Welcome, Snack Attackers. My name is Jason, and I have another potentially fantastic product to review for you guys today. But first, I want to remind you to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, all the fun YouTube stuff. Now, let's get talking about this product. Now, this is a product this is a brand that's kind of hard to track down. It does exist in some grocery stores, but it's more of a specialty product brand. This is the brand Sugar Plum Chocolate and their new peanut butter and jelly flavored chocolate bar. Now, Sugar Plum Chocolate is a brand you can sometimes find at specialty import stores or export stores. This was purchased at a World Market for $3.99. World Market, if you're not sure, actually does tend to get a lot of domestic, interesting brands that you don't tend to find at other places. Now, Hammond's is a chocolate brand that was seemingly gaining steam for a while. In fact, you could find it at your, Meijer or sometimes even Mariano's if you were lucky. They were doing these weird and interesting flavors, and I know that that's not this brand. I'm utilizing it to show you how World Market kind of works. Hammond's was a domestic chocolate brand that was releasing new and interesting flavors that when it kind of leveled off or the general public lost interest, you couldn't find it anywhere but World Market. Now, Sugar Plum is a brand that has been found in sort of domestic gas stations, domestic Meijer, it's been around, but it's hard to track down because it's not in every single one. But it is one of the ones that you can find at World Market. It does contain dairy. It's nothing, special like that. It comes from Pennsylvania or PA. Is that Pittsburgh? No, it's Pennsylvania, right? St. Forty Fort? That's such a funny name. It's like Bodie McBoatface. 40 Fort. What's the name of your town? 40 Fort. Now, there were a bunch of other flavors there that I obviously haven't tried and haven't been on the channel, especially with this particular brand. But as you know, I love PB&J, so I had to get the PB&J. And $3.99 per chocolate bar, and then having that much chocolate in the house, it just wasn't going to happen. I had to choose one, and this is the one I chose. You'll notice that it has a very interesting package where it opens up here. They've got a little blurb, but what I like most is that it kind of like... I was going to say it just slides out, but it didn't just slide out. Oh! Ah! I hate when fancy chocolate companies or trying to be different chocolate companies do this, where they use these irregular shapes as their mold, meaning it doesn't break very easily. It will on this side, but they put their... Well, no, it won't, because the mold started halfway. And then on this side, they put their giant insignia, so it's giant chocolate coin, but it makes it hard to break as well. So that's just a real slap in the face. It does seem to be pretty easy to open and reseal. Serving size is 1/3 of the bar, so it's really hard to figure out with these broken sizes. Smells like cheap peanut butter and chocolate. I'm not getting much of a jelly. We're going to try and be quick with this. The light, as you know, begins to melt the chocolate, and I didn't bring a plate because why would I ever think ahead? I guess we're going to try to... Well, it broke actually pretty easily. Inside, I'm seeing no jelly or anything, so it's either inside each individual triangle, or it's just an artificial flavor. We can't give it a little bite because of the irregular shape again. Irregular. So we'll just give it a bite and tell you how we feel, I guess. 3, 2, 1, snack attack. Ooh, the peanut butter and jelly is vile tasting. It's a cheap peanut butter tasting flavor, but no actually peanut butter texture. And again, it's this weird, overpowering grape artificialness that doesn't really taste like jelly. Biting it in half, you see, it's not filled with anything. It's a solid chocolate bar, which means that there's some sort of artificial flavoring in the chocolate. It's salty. Firstly, this is the first time I've ever seen this. When normally I've seen peanut butter and jelly chocolate or peanut butter and jelly flavored anything, it has either the jelly or the peanut butter. Sometimes both. And so, because I think it's easier to flavor things artificially peanut butter than it is jelly, because this doesn't have the right textures, it doesn't have the right feelings, it doesn't have the right taste overall. In fact, it's pretty vile. Ugh. It's gonna be getting a Snack Attack pass. Out of 10, 3.5 out of 10. It's really unpleasant. And that unpleasantness comes from the lack of proper textures, the lack of proper flavors, which I associate with those textures. And I'm also still mad about the way that it's cut. It broke off easily, but just why not the normal rectangles, you know? They work. And or the full triangle, and then one, make sure it starts the right one each time. Make sure that you don't have this irregular shape here. Although you need to if you're doing triangles, right? Because triangles don't form a flat surface. Although you could do like this, which this had an angle. And stop putting this chocolate coin in the middle. You see this with... Actually, those weird Wonka bars had this. But that was their whole thing. The Wonka ones were kooky and crazy. And that's what their thing was. But this isn't that. But the question we asked around here is not, do you think all the other flavors by this company, Sugar Plum, have no actual additives on the inside? I.e., do they have any textural differences of anything? Do they put anything that isn't chocolate in the middle? You know, like, is there going to be crisp rice? Are we going to get a jelly center, a caramel center, or a nougat center? Any of that? No, it's would you buy it again? And absolutely not. Not only do I still think that $3.99 is too much for a chocolate bar, and I keep saying this, and I guess I don't know how much chocolate costs, or how much anything costs. I feel like every time I see something, it's always $3.99, and I'm still shocked by it. Like, I'm like, things shouldn't be that expensive, but, like, that's how everything has been, so, you know. No, it's would you buy it again? Did I already? Yeah, no, wait a minute, I already asked the rhetorical. No, I wouldn't buy it again, because I think it's too expensive and doesn't taste good. Oh god, the chaos that happens to me in the morning. And these are all shot in the morning now. You know how much candy I've consumed in the morning? It's not, like, candy's not really the time, morning's not really the time and place for candy. It just doesn't feel right, you know? It feels like I'm committing some sort of act of treason against my body. Remember to check Instagram, TikTok, all the fun social media stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.